Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. I just thought I would jump on here, uh, just kind of come on and see what was going on, look at the charts, maybe see if Ethereum can pop over 400, and if Bitcoin can get over 12,000. So this is hopefully it'll happen during the stream. There's a good chance it won't, but if it doesn't, it'll probably happen, some other day. But really, I mean, it's kind of fun just hopping on and chatting with you guys. So feel free to ask questions. We can do the normal stuff. Or someone asks me a question about some theory, and I have to talk about it. But yeah, I mean, it's really exciting times, right? I mean, it wasn't that long ago we were all the way down here, 31 or 30, 38, and now we're at 11.5. So, it feels like, right? I mean, it feels like we're just right on the edge of this 400 mark, right? And we've shown it. I mean, it is a. If I take a measured move or just draw a rectangle, I mean, you can see that it has been, a resistance region, right, in the past. So we'll see if we can break through it. So you can see in there, back in June of 2017, we kind of came into this region and then came back down. In August of 2017, same thing. It's actually kind of interesting if you take a measured move here. Ethereum was 401 back in June, and then it dropped all the way down 66%, and then straight back up. It's actually pretty incredible because it did it from June to September, so that's quite an incredible move if you think about it. And then here, it was kind of a support region ish in this region, and then here we are again. So the question, right, is, it'd also be interesting too if we can actually go sideways in this region, right? Like if we could actually start to move sideways, like kind of like Bitcoin did, right? Like Bitcoin did at 10K, or between 8,600 and 10,000, where it just moved sideways for a bit. Ethereum has not spent that much time in this region, right? I mean, it hasn't. It's basically just shot through it, or held it as resistance twice, shot through it the third time, came back down, held it as support, instantly back up, and then shot through it again. And we really haven't been back in it until today. So it's been, 2 years. It's been 2 years since Ethereum was really at this level. 2 years. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, it certainly has gone up really quickly. Actually, I'm curious if we take a measured move from the bottom. Yeah, so it's gone up 353% in 143 days as measured from the bottom of the wick. If we measure it from, say, the candle, it's around 300% in about a third of a year. Or, sorry, not even a third of a year, or more than a third of a year. So what are your guys' thoughts on the markets? Since Ethereum and Bitcoin have flown up a little sooner than projected, do you think there'll be a faster and steeper correction as well? Does this change your view of lengthening cycles? No, I mean, it doesn't change my view. It's kind of a common misconception, right? Like you say lengthening cycles, therefore nothing is supposed to happen for 3 years, and then we just pop up to 100K one day. It doesn't work like that. Like it's a long journey, right? It's a journey that's going to take several years, and the volatility over the long haul is going to be reduced. Of course, we're going to have these pumps, like we can have several 100% moves in a short period of time, but still, I mean, we still have a long ways to go. Just looking out, right? I mean, we want to, I guess that these are on here from a prior video. I mean, here, if you look at, say, the monthly candles, right? I mean, this was our top. We came down. We had, this first rally, and then we had the second rally. But see, anyone today, right, that might say, well, lengthening cycle theory isn't true because of this move. I mean, you could have said the same thing back in 2019, and we're right back in that area. So, you have to recognize how quickly things can change in the market. Because the thing with crypto is that even if, let's suppose that Ethereum comes up to like $800 sometime in 2020, and then it comes back down, right? And let's say it comes back down to 400 or 500, and then continues on. In this region, once it's dropped back down, people are going to be bearish again. People are going to be saying like, people are going to generally be thinking that, oh yeah, like crypto is dead, just because there's going to be a ton of people that bought, right, up in this region, like up here at like $800. And guess who's going to be the most vocal on social media? It will be these guys, right? It's not going to be these guys. It'll most likely be these guys. So then it'll seem like the general market sentiment is pretty bad, even though if we were to do something like this, it wouldn't be that much different than if we just did something like that. The difference is that doing something like this, where you go into more of a speculative bubble in the short term, just gives you the opportunity to take profits sooner and then potentially reinvest them. At least this is my opinion. So, yeah, I do need to paint the room green. Yeah, I've thought about making. Someone mentioned an Ethereum Bitcoin regression band. I've thought about making one. Maybe like through here or something. Kind of like have the regression band fit to this data right here. Yeah, I've thought about it. I can maybe do that. I do think though, I think there's a good chance here that if Ethereum is crossing 400, there's a good chance that Bitcoin is crossing 12K, which is right at that, right at the 0.033 ratio, if it happens. Tom, if you're trying to pay with crypto on the website, you can, if you just scroll down, it says pay with crypto. Ripple admitted they hold a significant amount of XRP. I don't think this is news exactly. I think it's pretty common that they own a lot of XRP. Someone said, will you be staking any of your ADA? Yes, I will. Actually, I'm going to join one of the guys in the Telegram group, Ryan. He's pretty familiar with staking and running his own node and everything. So I'm honestly just going to join his. I'll just join his pool. If you guys want to check out the Telegram group, by the way, and maybe talk about staking pools and whatnot, you can join it here. Do you think August will be a bull month? Well, what I've said all along, right, if you go back and watch a lot of my videos, I said that this summer I thought was going to be a good time for crypto. Kind of similar to last summer. Like, I thought that this summer was going to be a good time for crypto, hence all the videos like, the Bitcoin preamble to the bull market video, the Ethereum accumulation of a lifetime video. It was to me, it seemed like there was a decent chance, right, that that we were going to see, positive moves this summer. I mean, clearly now it's heading in that direction, right? I mean, you can already say that. I mean, Ethereum going up several 100% in a few months. I mean, this is quite significant already. I mean, Ethereum was. I mean, just if we go back to the weekly chart here. I mean, it was only, right, it was July 20th. Ethereum was 232. And it's just August 1st. So, where I am, anyways. Um, I mean, this, right, I mean, this is what we're here for. We're here for these, really nice moves. That it's hard to find these, in a lot of other places. So, this is why we're here. Tanner, thanks for signing up for the premium. Sorry, I'm just going through all these. Someone said Litecoin regression banned. I actually do have some log curves for Litecoin. If you go to the Litecoin playlist on my channel, you'll see them. Yeah, I mean, in terms of looking at the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio, this was. We are moving up significantly, right? I mean, we're over 0.033 now. Um, yeah, I mean, we'll see where we go. I'm hoping it would be nice if we could start moving sideways. I mean, in terms of, say, really building up in terms of Ethereum Bitcoin, I wouldn't mind us just, similar to, if you think about this, like move sideways in this region. From here, right, so sideways in this region, and then down. And then from here, more or less, like sideways again. And then up. Like that, maybe? I don't know. And then maybe we'll just start moving sideways. I don't know. Something like this. I think this would be fine for Ethereum if this were to happen. It's just the nature of crypto. When things start moving, they can really get going. Like they can, people tend to come into the market a lot of dumb money, and it can easily send this higher, and then you come back down, and then everyone's sad that they lost a lot of money, and then maybe then it slowly builds back up. So you just have to be aware of these things. These things can happen, and it's a way of getting this exuberant FOMO feeling up here, and then getting back down to this region, and a lot of people are kind of like down in the dumps because it's dumped like 40% against Bitcoin, but still, the trend is up. So the whole point, right, of the risk stuff is to try to take advantage of these speculative bubbles that might form, right? Because we don't know how high they'll go. Exit says, I'm not buying any more of Bella for the time being, waiting for a job. I mean, I think that's reasonable, man. I mean, if you've been here for a while, you've been picking up Bitcoin, Ethereum, Link, and ADA for months or years, I mean, congratulations, right? I mean, you've done a good thing. You accumulated crypto at the low levels. Maybe you're accumulating other crypto. Maybe you're investing in other asset classes. This is the whole point. You get into the asset class when the risk level is low, like it was for crypto for a long time. And now it's going to get, the risks are, they're rising. And the thing is, right, is there's going to be a lot of people coming into the space who don't own any of these coins, and then they're going to want to get some. But then they're going to be buying them at higher risk levels, like, maybe like 0.7 or something, one day. And it's like, how do you communicate to them, like, you're basically buying at the region that I'm selling, So, again, it's the whole smart money, dumb money mantra or whatever, like, trying to make as many videos now before the market gets really out of hand. I mean, it's already starting to get there, but trying to make videos now so that, again, when I bring the message to you later on, you're already up significantly. It's not like you just bought in, you're up and you're ready to realize that ROI, pay your taxes and call it a day. Yeah, so Constantinos says if you draw a diagonal line between the tops from 2019, you can set a first resistance level at 0.035. I mean, I don't typically. I mean, these lines that I'm drawing, I don't actually trade based on these lines, right? I'm just drawing them for visualization purposes. I'm not actually drawing them because I think that I should be trading with them. So I don't really often use just like the traditional TA to inform whether, like what resistance levels are. Again, because if you did, you would have also said again that Bitcoin would have had a resistance level at 6K, and as we said earlier, it sliced through it like butter. Like, I mean, it's like it didn't even exist. When we came back down to it, yeah, I mean, it held support in that region just like it did over here, but, on the way up, it wasn't really much of a resistance at all. So, I mean, I get it, I get the idea, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. The nerd Robert says, hey Benjamin, can you check this chart? But I don't know what chart he's talking about. Midtown says, do you have any YouTube crypto channels you subscribe to besides your own? To be completely honest, I don't. I used to watch a lot of other crypto YouTubers. I haven't watched as many in recent times. One of the ones, actually, you guys should go retweet him. Maybe some of you guys know him, Altcoin Daily. It's two brothers, Aaron and Austin, and their video recently, or their entire channel, was taken down for really no reason at all. So it's really unfortunate because they provide news in the space, and it's just like talking through news articles and that kind of stuff, and generally just raising awareness to crypto. And I think they had over like 200,000 subscribers. I think it was like 200,000 and something. They were growing like crazy, and then their channel just got deleted one day with no warnings or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, if you guys should go retweet them if you guys follow Altcoin Daily, and try to raise awareness, try to help get their channel reinstated. Other there's a lot of YouTube stuff I watch, but to be completely honest, a lot of it is not crypto. It's just other things, right? I mean, I do a lot of my own crypto stuff. So part of me doesn't want to watch too many other crypto people because I don't want my ideas to be influenced by them. Like, I feel like if I see something, and like if I see someone else say do something with a chart, then maybe that would influence how I see the chart. Whereas I'd rather just see the chart the way I want to see it and the way that I interpret it using whatever tools that I use, rather than kind of having a biased view because someone else saw something, or something like that. So generally, I actually don't really watch too much other crypto YouTube these days, but I do watch. There are some people that I watch. Have you guys heard of 3 Blue 1 Brown? It's a it's like a math channel, so you guys should check out 3 Blue 1 Brown. I think if you guys like my stuff, I mean, you would like it. I mean, it has nothing to do with crypto, but actually, I think there are a couple crypto videos, but 3 Blue 1 Brown. Let me know if anyone actually has seen their channel before. I mean, they've got he's got like millions of subscribers. He's relatively well known, but that channel, if you're especially like if you're in college or graduate school, and you're just looking for some math type content, it's really useful, actually, I find, and the visualizations are really great. So if you just want to get away from it, I would say check out 3 Blue 1 Brown. Matt says, have you ever charted your own YouTube growth to see how many subs you'll have by 2023? I have, actually. Actually, I spoke about it on my video on April 1st, because the April 1st video, the April Fool's video this last year, was on Bitcoin going to zero as measured as a ratio of my YouTube subscribers. Constantino says, do you recommend doing a PhD in physics/math for trading? My PhD was not in physics or math. My undergrad was in math. I had a physics minor. I was actually 2 classes away from a physics major, but I got accepted to grad school, so I just went ahead and went to grad school. And then I did my master's and PhD in nuclear engineering. Jasper says, were you using the charts you provide now on YouTube back in 2017 to DCA out of the market? I was, but they were slightly different. So the one, it was mainly just for Bitcoin because most everything else was just so new. I had one for Bitcoin, but it did not account for lengthening cycles, or diminishing returns or anything like that. So I did it, but I didn't really share it with anyone because I didn't know if it was how useful it would be at the time, right? I mean, I had no idea. It was the first time I was using it, was during the last market cycle. And then I feel like it worked out pretty well for me. So then I was like, okay, well, since it worked out for me, then during the next market cycle, I'll try to, talk about it, try to publish it, and other people can hopefully use it. Stefano says, do you plan to leave your day job given your success in crypto? I mean, not right now. I mean, I like my day job. It's not about the money. It's about I spent, the better part of my life getting that job. Vin says, Benny, we gonna break 12K tonight? Hey man, I hope so. I mean, let's do it. I mean, I hope that Bitcoin can break 12K and that Ethereum will break 400. Let's see it happen. Yeah. Someone says Alaric yeah, he says Ethereum already hit 400 on a few exchanges. Yeah, I think I saw that actually. I think I saw that it hit, um, uh, around that level on a few exchanges. On the exchanges that I use though, it actually did not hit $400 yet. So, but I do know that it did some places. Yeah, go ahead and hit the like button. We only have 53 likes. I currently work as a postdoc. Midtown Cabinetry and Designs. Hey, I guess that's a good way to get some publicity. Midtown Cabinetry and Designs says, "What inspired you to start your own channel?" Well, I mean, it was as simple as looking at what crypto YouTube was made of, and seeing that for the most part, I didn't think there was that much useful analysis. Not to say there's nothing, there is some, but I didn't think there was much useful, especially macro level analysis. I think that a lot of people just look at the 1 hour, the 4 hour charts, that kind of stuff. So because of that, I thought, okay, well, I feel like I can do as good of a job at least as these guys, and I can also, show charts that I feel like other people aren't showing. Therefore, I'm going to start my own channel. Yeah, Binance says 399.5. That's what I saw too. The highest I saw it get to was 399 like 50. I think that was the highest I saw it get to for Ethereum. Yeah, that was another issue that I saw with a lot of channels. Not all of them, right? There are some good channels out there, but that was one of the issues as well. Like, one video, it's everything's going to the moon. The next video, we're crashing Bitcoin's dead, and it just plays on your emotions. Like, if you scan crypto YouTube now, there's some people that they label every video like Bitcoin crashing, right? Because they want to instill fear that it's about to crash, and no matter what Bitcoin does, the title of every single video has the words like Bitcoin crash in it. Like, it's kind of comical to me. Matt Bradley says, "I've asked you before, but what language do you usually plot in?" I mean, I use two different tools. I use Python and MATLAB. I mean, yeah, guys, it's no secret that Ethereum could get rejected at 400. It could get rejected and go back down to 300. I mean, in the same way that Ethereum went up, if it went down, it would just be business as usual. I mean, it really wouldn't be that surprising, right? I mean, it's not going to be just like roses on the way up all the time. There's going to be retracements. Um, but I mean, there might not be right here. I mean, we could come through it. It's not that we can't. It's just that, you know, when things move up this quickly, at some point we will retrace for sure. I mean, like we're gonna retrace at some point, and when we do, it's probably gonna be like a 30 to 40% retracement whenever it happens. Um, it's just if it does really get if the price continues to explode and goes into like say bubble territory, then hopefully we take advantage of it. Ramiro says, is the premium just access through emails? Actually, I need to tell people this. If you're signed up for the premium list and you're not getting an email, check your promotions tab. Especially if you have a Gmail account, check your promotions tab because it usually gets sent there. If you still can't find it in promotions or spam, then send me a message on Telegram or send me an email. But it should come within a couple minutes. Like if you find yourself waiting like hours, then either the email was sent and you just haven't found it in your inbox, or something got messed up on the back end, and for some reason the email didn't send. So if you sign up, you should be able to see the content within a few minutes. If you're not seeing it, then just write me a note. I mean, we are so close, guys. I mean, 398.51. And the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio is still climbing here, 0.0335. So we're still climbing there. And it makes sense, right? Because Ethereum's knocking on the door of 400, and then Bitcoin's moved back a little bit from closer to 12,000. Yeah, we're pretty close. Okay, so Ramiro, you found it. Good. It was in the promotions tab. Yeah, someone said they go to the spam folder. It's just like Google. Like I think they don't like the fact that it like has crypto in the name, so they just assume it's like spam or something. Actually, I first tried using MailChimp, but MailChimp completely forbids any mention of the word like cryptocurrency anywhere in your emails. So in case anyone's looking to start their own email list, if you're gonna do it on crypto, I'll save you some time. Like just go ahead and skip over MailChimp because they don't allow it. This is not my full-time job now. Can we get some more likes? We're at 98. Can we get to 100? Then we'd be at 1/10 the amount of likes we had earlier on the video earlier. Yeah, I thought it was crazy that MailChimp didn't allow it either, but I guess it's just because of all the the stuff going on in 2017. A lot of people probably used it back then, and there were probably a lot of complaints about people misleading or that kind of stuff. So I kind of understand it, but. I work in computational material science. I mean, it's possible we're not going to break it tonight. I don't know. I'm not going to keep the stream going forever, but. If the cycles are lengthening and we're in the beginning of a new one, how long does this one last? Probably 3 years or so, if I had to guess. I mean, probably less than 3 years from now because we're already in August of 2020. I mean, it could go to August of 2023, maybe around 3 years. Someone says, "Is my dryer running?" No, it's not the dryer. It's like it's the air conditioning. I just turn it on because my kids are sleeping nearby, so it kind of helps drown my voice out. I love these comments because I feel like they just show like, well, I don't want to say too much. You just made a video about XRP being more likely to dump, and here it is. So this is the obvious misconception, right? That no matter how many times I say it in the video, that if Bitcoin goes up, it'll likely drag up the entire market, the entire asset class, and that just because there's a pump in the short term does not mean it's going to be sustained, and that XRP is going to go to $5 tomorrow. As I said many times, any coin can go up 50%, a couple 100%. Like this is par for the course for crypto. And if you're sitting there with a smug look on your face about XRP because it went from 20 cents to 30 cents, well, ADA went from 2 cents to 14 cents. Link has gone up several X over the bull market, or over the bear market. Link has gone up like 10X in a year or two. Ethereum has gone up several 100% since March. And it's like you're poking fun at the fact that XRP went from 20 cents to 30 cents. It's like, okay, I mean, I'm not even going to get out of bed for that. Like, you can't just look at short-term moves to try to make a point, right? You have to actually look at longer-term moves, look at sustained moves. XRP has had several moves like that, and we spoke about it earlier today. You know, in terms of this chart here, right? This is the XRP USD chart. Obviously, it's not completely up to date, but you know, no matter how many times there's a short-term pump, everyone thinks, "Oh, now is the time." I'm not saying that this is necessarily not the time. I'm just saying that there's a really good chance that it will continue to come back down. It might not. I will concede that it might not. But if you look at at these patterns, I mean, yeah, there might be a slight move up, but there's been moves up like that in the past, and it still has trended down. This is my point. Feel free to check out the public Telegram group. Yeah, I mean, we might not break 400. It really wouldn't take much, though. I mean, we're literally sitting less than $3 away. And Link had a pretty good day. It's up to 837. Someone wants me to take a look at ADA ETH. All right, this is ADA ETH. Kind of, I honestly don't really look at this one that much. I do have an ADA Ethereum risk metric, right? But I don't actually pull up the chart that frequently. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of, it does look like there is a kind of coming back down here. Maybe it's getting back into that reaccumulation phase. Because I mean, that's another thing too. If you do sell your Ethereum, maybe it would be a timely point to get back some Cardano if you sold some. I'm not. It's not financial advice. I'm just speculating here. Looks like we came back up to the same point we came to in April of 2019, and then came back into this level. Hopefully, though, hopefully it doesn't then drop back down to the lower level. Hope that doesn't happen. Litecoin Ethereum. I do have the Litecoin Ethereum risk as well. It's charts like this, right, that it kind of just drives the point home. Like I've said, I don't own Litecoin many times, and one of the reasons is because there's a huge opportunity cost to holding Litecoin, and you have a day or you have a week where Litecoin goes up a little bit, and then people are screaming like, oh, see, Litecoin, you didn't think Litecoin was going to do much, and here we are, we're up, such and such percent. When it's like you pull up the Litecoin Ethereum chart, and does this not tell a story that is convincing to you? Litecoin has been dumping against Ethereum for such a long period of time. What is the point of holding Litecoin, a significant amount of Litecoin over Ethereum, if you just see that it has basically just been continuing to go down? Maybe you're just trying to time a theoretical bottom, and maybe, it's possible that we're getting to that point, it's possible. But for the most part, holding Litecoin during a bear market, as we've said, and during multiple years when Bitcoin is not going up, it just seems like a pointless endeavor to me. So, like I've said, there's a time that I may buy Litecoin, and it's not now. But that doesn't mean there won't ever come a time, but it's just not right now. Let me actually plot up Litecoin Bitcoin. Here's another one. This is Litecoin. I hate these wicks that show up on some of these exchanges. This is just another good example, right? Anytime there's a small move, everyone says, oh, see, we told you Litecoin was, the best thing to hold, and then it just goes down, and then it's not another small pump, and it's just the same story, over and over and over. Any pump, and it's oh, you're silly if you don't hold Litecoin. Any single pump. And this is another one too, oh, we see a small pump, therefore, it makes sense to have held Litecoin for the last 3 years because this is the move you wanted to see. Whereas had you just held Bitcoin instead of Litecoin, you would have been much better off. You would have saved so much money holding Bitcoin through the bear market than holding Litecoin. This is the entire point. You know what I love about XRP? I love how when the price is going down, everyone pretends not to hold it, and then the minute prices start going up, everyone holds XRP. It's everyone seems to have this secret stash of it that they don't want to talk about, but then the minute price goes up, they're everywhere. And as I've said many times, I like ADA, I like Cardano. It is my primary hedge against Ethereum. But I hold way more Ethereum than I do ADA. Stefano says, do you ever think of becoming a crypto coach? Yeah, I do one-on-one meetings with people already. So I'm not trying to like guilt trip. I mean, like if you've held XRP and you've held Litecoin for a long period of time during the bear market, just recognize that like you likely don't want to do that again. So like if you're holding it now, I'm not saying, I mean, I'm not offering financial advice. If you're holding XRP and Litecoin now, I'm not saying that you should go sell it now, because I mean you held it for such a long, you probably held it for among the worst time to be holding it. So I'm not saying you should go sell it. I'm just saying like if during another market cycle, Ethereum's at 399. During another market cycle, you might consider like, okay, I learned my lesson. I don't want to sit in Litecoin or XRP for 2 years after Bitcoin has already gone up like 15x. All right, we're pushing it, 399.49. Maybe give the video a thumbs up if you want to see it go over 400. Stefano says, how does one get a one-on-one with you? Oh, 399.74. Come on. Come on, Ethereum. Come on, Ether. Oh, we did it. 400. We made it. Let's go ahead and snip that. There it is. 400. So Ethereum made it to 400. And what do we call that? Does anyone know what we call that? Let me know in the chat. And by the way, we could go right back down to 399 in 2 minutes, but that's not the point. If you know what we call that, let me know. Does really no one know what we call that? Yeah, business as usual. Thank you. Thank you, Cody Frost. Business as usual. 402. Well, let's see Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin pulling up the rear, not doing its job. Still sitting below 12K. And then you have Ethereum Bitcoin, which is still continuing to go up, so 0.03356. Bitcoin is still lagging behind, but I'm probably, I wouldn't be that surprised if Ethereum holds this level. I really wouldn't be surprised if we see Bitcoin break 12,000 here in a couple minutes or so. So be on the lookout for this happening if Ethereum can hold this level. Because, yeah, I have a feeling, I'm just keeping an eye on Ethereum over here. If this is holding this, then I just think that Bitcoin might make a move here too. Now, if you go back and look, if we zoom in on these prior wicks, so this one in June of 2017 was actually at around 402. This one was at around 399. Here we held support, lowest area at 355. And then here we're back up to 402. So congratulations, we did it. I didn't know if we'd make it during the live stream. You know why Bitcoin hasn't made it above 12K is because I still see that there's only 199 likes. We couldn't have made it to 200. We were so close. I'm gonna blame you guys on this one. Thank you guys for humoring me. Well, Ethereum looks like it's going to continue flirting around 400. And honestly, don't be completely shocked if we drop below 400. Now that it's broken 400, it's certainly kind of like that psychological barrier. I feel like has at least been broken. It almost feels like it might come back down here because Bitcoin is starting to. For analyzing crypto on a macro scale, I surely look at short-term moves a lot. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like Bitcoin could hold it back, but if Bitcoin can stay above 11.9, you know, it might still allow Ethereum to shine. I'm just worried that if Bitcoin starts to pull back here, if you see Bitcoin going back to like 11.8, it might pull Ethereum back down into the 300s. But really, it's nice to continue to see the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio shining. This is what we wanted, right? We knew that Ethereum was undervalued with respect to Bitcoin. I made several videos on the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio saying it was very undervalued down here. So I'm happy to see it's climbing again, because this really, I feel like, is where we should be for a while. Like, we should be between 0.028 to 0.042 for a significant duration, for several months for sure. I would think. But again, it wouldn't preclude the ratio from going above it and then coming back down into it. Alright, just give me a second here. Alright, sorry about that. Am I buffering here? It wasn't buffering, I was sending a message, actually. Don't worry about what I was doing. I really would like to see. I mean, Ethereum, I love it. I mean, I love it. 404, Bitcoin, 11966. Let's hold the level. Hopefully, Ethereum's going to continue going up. $405. It's kind of funny how the minute 400 broke, we then shot up to 405 within a few minutes. The last time we were this high was 721 days. Wait, what am I doing? I don't even have a regression band on here. Can't believe that. All right, let's look at this. Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting off all these things. Here's our regression band of Ethereum against the US dollar. I mean, look at that candle. Let's call this weekly candle the candle who could. The candle that just broke through out of our regression band here, and we are still climbing at 404. Now, let me look at the, so this is the closed divided by the fair value. So if we, so at 0, so when it's 0, it means it's identically the same. So the reason is because I'm taking the natural log, and the natural log of 1 is 0. So if it's the light blue line indicates where the closing price is equivalent to the regression line. If it's below 0, if it's between, say, 0 and -1, it means it's lower than our fair value line, because the log of a number between 0 and 1 is a negative number. So these regions here, that region, these are the huge buy-in opportunities for Ethereum. So when you see people running for the hills and selling their bags, like, this is when I would personally be picking them up. Now, okay, yeah, you can see where we are. By the way, I don't think we'll make it up to this region again. I think too, so the log of, isn't the log of 7.5? The log of 7.5 is 2, right? Is that right? Let's see. Yeah, it was around 700%, so 7x. So the log of 7.5 or so is 2. So this gets us this. So if we were to draw a line across, then this point here, if we made it up to that region, it would be a 700% move off the fair value line, which I don't think is going to happen, because that would correspond to a $2,000 Ethereum. So I don't see that happening. What I did notice is when you compare this back to Bitcoin's moves, right, and you extrapolate to it, you project Bitcoin's moves to Ethereum, and then you kind of fast forward it one cycle, it might be about 1/5. So with that in mind, if it's, let's say it goes up around let me change this back. So I'm thinking maybe a little bit higher, but I'm thinking that the highest, and believe me, this is like my most bullish short-term scenario. Like most bullish short-term scenario would be a $750 Ethereum. I don't really think we're gonna make it up there that quickly, but with that said, I didn't think that Ethereum was gonna go up $200 in a month or so. So remember, Ethereum does not care at all about what I think. Are you guys able to hear me? I'm getting some error messages on YouTube. Am I back? Sorry if I disappeared there for a minute. All right, so what I'm thinking is this would be the most bullish scenario, up to around 750. I mean, really, what it'd be really nice if it did something like that. You know, like if it went up to 750 or so. I think I maybe drew it a little bit higher. And then maybe down the road, it re-entered the regression band and then went on, you know, to a much higher value later on in the market cycle. So yeah, like maybe something like that, and then back down. Yeah, I mean, this is... All right, now, what are you doing? If you're feeling euphoric because the price of Ethereum is 407, congratulations. I'm happy you've seen a nice ROI. Now build a bridge and get over it, because this is the new normal. Now, your valuation of your portfolio is what it currently is, and now you need to make decisions based on, going forward based on that, right? You don't want to sit there and think like, oh, I'm playing with the house's money. Just again, build a bridge, get over it, get over the euphoria, because at the end of the day, the euphoria is not going to help you. It's only gonna hurt you. So just again, stick to your resolve. I would say, hey, let's watch this. You want to see Bitcoin blast through? Oh, Bitcoin's at 12. Bitcoin is at 12,000. Let's go ahead and capture that in case it drops back down below. But yeah, Bitcoin just made it to 12,000, and now it's back down to 11,995. Here we are, sitting at 12K. Well, I guess this turned into a useful watch party after all, because both targets, right, a $400 Ethereum and a $12,000 Bitcoin, it turns out we made it. Again, what do we call this? Business as usual. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of sell orders right around $12,000. I'm sure there are. But with that in mind, why don't we go ahead and pull up BLX, and let's go ahead and add on our old faithful regression band. All right. All right, here we are. Bitcoin is still climbing. I mean, note that this value here is off because it only shows closed. So let me go ahead and flip back over to Bitcoin USD on another tab so that you guys can follow along. Yeah, it's back down below 12 right now. But you know, if you look at the regression band, we're getting to close to the top of this one. I just hope that if you're new to crypto and you're seeing this, like, let's say you got lucky and you bought in March, like right when it crashed, because maybe you saw it on the news and you bought. You have to be prepared again for a move to the downside at some point, right? I mean, but I hope this is a useful lesson, right? Because getting into these regions down here, like these are really historically speaking, these are, you know, the best buying opportunities. These moves back down to say like our fair value, like these regions. Oh, that was a poorly drawn line. Like these regions here. Okay, so if you see Bitcoin get back into this level, which I mean it still currently is in that level, but if you see it even come back down, I mean, like, just remember how quickly things can turn around. Okay. If you want the risk data, remember people are asking if you want it, you can sign up for the premium list. And actually I haven't even plugged it in this video. If you want to join it, it's just intothecryptoverse.com. I'll put it in the chat. So you can get access to the live risk levels of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Link, XRP, and Litecoin. I also have a few other things like the alerts, the Telegram, the private Telegram alerts channel, which tells you what I'm doing, which I think is pretty useful. And you also get access to a weekly premium video and a weekly premium report. And if you have questions, remember you can always join the public Telegram channel and feel free to ask away. Someone says, what do you think about Link right now? I mean, I gotta tell you, man, I still own a lot of Link, but I'm not buying at these levels. Sorry, I just need a minute. Don't mind me. Yeah, I saw someone mention Tesla, so I was just checking the price to make sure I didn't miss anything today. But it was, you know, again, I'm not showing it to plug Tesla because I basically called the Tesla top, even though people didn't want to believe it. But if you plot on here, and this is not to plug Tesla, it is just to show you that the same thing is likely going to happen to Bitcoin one day. Okay, so let's plot on the same regression band. This is the Tesla one. We got up into this region up here. And I said, all right, guys, I'm selling most of my stack right here. And those videos only got 1,000 or 2,000 views. And then sure enough, now we are in fact coming back down. And I mean, the whole point, right, was to say this was historically our top. You know, if you just look to see like the Tesla valuation against the regression line, whoops, it seemed pretty obvious. So, all right, enough of that. And again, with Tesla, like, it's not to say that it can't go back up. I'm just pointing out that, like, you know, using this analysis, I just think it's a useful thing to show because, like, Bitcoin will probably do something similar one day, and people are most likely going to be screaming that it's you know, like it's FUD, nothing more than like FUD and all that stuff. But you're going to know, right? You're going to know that in actuality, there's a good chance that it is the top. So the same idea. So we showed it for Tesla, and then putting it on for Bitcoin. So same idea, right? Same idea for Tesla and for Bitcoin. Someone says, how much hate are you expecting when the bull market is in full swing? Caleb, are you referring to basically people not wanting to hear that, like, we're not going up forever? Like if I'm saying, all right guys, the risk levels are getting really high, you might want to consider selling, or is this what you're referring to, Caleb? And if it is, I mean, I do expect a lot of it, and that's why each year, so 2019 and 2020 was kind of like my breakout year on YouTube. 2021, I'm probably going to do less public videos. 2022, even less, and 2023, even less, because those people that I'm going to be talking to at that time on public YouTube are not going to have the ears to hear what I have to say. It's going to fall on deaf ears. And I'm going to be doing more premium videos at that time. So if you want access to that, remember, sign up for the premium list, which, by the way, is the prices are going up in a few weeks, probably sometime in August. I haven't figured out exactly when. Hopefully crypto will cool down at some point, and then I can focus a bit more. But if you want to get grandfathered in at the lower price, then you should sign up sooner rather than later, because the prices will go up. But the people already signed up will be grandfathered in. Bitcoin's still sitting right at 11 or 12K, 11,9999. Oh, back to 12. Someone says, what is a good entry price? If you're talking about Bitcoin, I mean, a good entry price would have been, I don't know, $4,000, $6,000. Hey, Bad Kip, if you didn't get anything in promotion and spam, then send me a Telegram message and I'll get you sorted out right after the live stream, okay? So if you're having trouble finding the email, send me a private Telegram message and I'll get it sorted out, like, right when we're done here, okay? Yeah, Bitcoin broke above it. So now that it broke above it, it's probably really good for Ethereum as well, because now, you know, now Bitcoin is broken this psychological level at 12K. Ethereum has already broken the psychological level at 400. So now, I mean, what more is there to say other than business as usual? I say it kind of in jest, but remember, business as usual will also refer to 30 to 40% retracements during a bull market, okay? So we're going to see those. You can look at the last bull market, remember, and see them. So even in the last bull market, right, I mean, we saw these right down to the 20-week moving average. We saw 25% retracement. Here's another 30% one. A 40% retracement, and these are all during the bull market, right? 40%. So I say it kidding, right? I say it's like it's business as usual going up. When we see these retracements, it'll also be business as usual. And the nice thing about them is it could present a timely opportunity to continue to accumulate, okay? So this is the nice thing about it. It could present a timely opportunity if that happens. Right now, it's nice because it's just going up. Like, I mean, Ethereum's not 408. Bitcoin is climbing 12,049. Things could get moving really quickly here. And the Ethereum, ooh, we're almost at 0.034. This is significant. Continuing to climb on Ethereum Bitcoin. I think we can break 410. There's a rumor going around that to break 410 we have to get to 300 likes, but it's just a rumor. I guess that was just a rumor because we got 286 likes and we're already at 410. Oh, we broke back down below. All right, I gotta do something really quick. All right. Am I lagging? In terms of ADA, like I just think that as long as Bitcoin continues shooting up like this, ADA is probably not going to do too much of anything significant. Again, it might slowly squeak itself upwards, but right now the party is with Bitcoin and Ethereum. And some of you, of course, will show me your other coins when I say that, but right now the entire party, it's mostly a Bitcoin Ethereum party. So these are dance partners. They're dancing right now, and you're either a third wheel kind of with Bitcoin and Ethereum trying to just go along with them, or you're just sitting out and you're like watching from the side of the dance floor. As we've said many times, like you don't want to miss these moves. Like these are the moves in crypto that you don't want to miss. Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two giants. Yeah, actually, what is Link doing right now? Yeah, Link isn't doing a whole lot. 835 right at the moment. It tends to not do a whole lot when Bitcoin's moving. Is my camera blurry? Let me know if my camera is okay. Yeah, I don't really get the XRP stuff. I mean, like as Sanity Law says, I mean, like it's like XRP went from like 20 cents to 30 cents, and people are calling it an XRP party. But Ethereum went from 80 to 410. Like I just don't know what I mean, I live in the cryptoverse. Maybe there's some parallel, if we're living in a multiverse, then maybe you're just living in some other universe, in which case maybe XRP went from like 2 cents to 30 cents. But as far as I can tell, the party has been with Ethereum and like Bitcoin, Link, and ADA. These are the ones I follow. All four of those have outperformed XRP this year. I mean, if you're gonna cherry pick a couple of a pump here or there, then sure, you can find that with anything, but you're just cherry picking. Sorry if the camera's blurry. I don't really know why. I'm not cherry picking Ethereum and Bitcoin. I know that other coins have gained, but a lot of these coins are kind of like pump and dump kind of ish. A lot of times they go up and they come straight back down. Not all of them, of course. I'm not claiming that Bitcoin and Ethereum have outperformed the entire market. I know they haven't. The issue is just picking the coins that do outperform it is not an easy task. And ADA has outperformed them significantly. VeChain has outperformed them significantly. I'm not trying to take anything away from that. I mean, I know this is the case. I just want you guys to take a look here at the XRP Bitcoin chart, okay? It's just, you're trying to catch a falling knife. I mean, maybe this is the bottom. Maybe you're right. I'm not trying to say that you're necessarily wrong. I'm definitely not. Maybe this is where XRP turns around. I'm just saying that when you look at the macro scale, if you were holding Bitcoin instead of XRP over the last 2.5 years, you wouldn't be down 85%. Okay, this is the point. Like, this is my main point. Like, I mean, this is the move that everyone is up in arms over. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, I hope for you guys. I mean, hopefully it starts to just really go up and you guys make a lot of money. I'm just personally not buying it now. There might come a time when I would, but I'm just not right now. And Ethereum is rocking at 0.0342. It's kind of funny that like all the XRP people are in here because I don't even really talk about XRP that much. But as I mentioned, I think just everyone has like a secret stash of XRP that they don't like to talk about. So the reason it buffers is anytime I pull up a screen other than like the YouTube studio screen, it buffers. So like anytime I try to like pull up an exchange or anything, like it goes onto like it disconnects my live stream for some reason. I really don't know why. I don't think I need more memory. I have plenty of memory. Well, I am on a laptop. It's not that much. Are we back? I mean, can you guys hear me, or is everyone peaced out for the night? Well, if no one can hear me, I'm not really sure how else to fix it. It says excellent connection. Well, I'll just continue on, I guess. It is kind of interesting though, because Bitcoin has dropped back down. Ethereum's still holding strong though. I mean, it did go up to 416 at one point, but yeah, Ethereum or Bitcoin is starting to drop a little bit. So yeah, the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio is continuing to climb. I unfortunately don't see the chat anymore, so if you guys are chatting, it just says it's unable to connect for me. So I'm not really sure why it's not updating it, but I can no longer see it. But I mean, I think this is good a place as any to wrap up anyways. I would remind you that if you do like the content, we do have a public Telegram channel, so you should check that out. Also check out the website intothecryptoverse.com if you want access to the premium content and to get access to what I'm doing currently, which you'll get a lot of other stuff too, like premium video, premium reports weekly, and the risk dashboard. So I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. I think this was a successful watch party. We were able to push through Ethereum over 400. Bitcoin, it did make it to 12,000. We have the screenshot right here. Made it to 12,000. It made it even to 12.1. But for the time being, it is dropped back down. But Ethereum is still holding strong, and therefore the ratio is still holding pretty strong. So again, business as usual. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. remember to check out, or remember to subscribe. I keep forgetting to tell people to subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm trying to get to 30,000 people, so, or 30,000 subs. So please subscribe if you like the content so you can see it in the future. Turn on your notifications, give the video a like, and I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to continue the discussion, there is the public Telegram channel which you guys can join, and I'll see you in there. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.